Roy Keane is widely regarded as one of the most influential and formidable midfielders in football history. His era was often characterized as the Attitude Era due to his intense personality and uncompromising style that left a lasting impact on Manchester United and the Premier League. Let's have a detailed look at Roy Keane's career and influence during his period. Roy Keane had an early career that began in Ireland before he made his mark at the top level in England. Keane was born in 1971 in Cork, Ireland, into a working-class family. As a youth, he took up boxing at age 9 and won all 4 of his novice league bouts. However, he was developing more as a promising footballer at the local club Rockmount, where he was voted Player of the Year in his first season. Despite his talent, Keane was not offered any trials with English clubs as a teenager, unlike many of his Rockmount teammates. He supported Celtic and Tottenham Hotspur as a child, and admired players like Liam Brady and Glenn Hoddle, but later came to idolize Manchester United's Brian Robson. Keane began his senior career in 1989 with Cove Ramblers, a relatively unknown Irish club, where he made 23 appearances and scored 1 goal. In 1990, he was then signed by Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest, where he quickly made an impact, making his debut against Liverpool and being named Barclays Young Eagle of the Month in December. However, despite some eye-catching performances, Keane failed to win any trophies with Forest before they were relegated in 1993, activating a release clause in his contract. Roy Keane joined Manchester United from Nottingham Forest in the summer of 1993 for a British record transfer fee of £3.75 million. The transfer was a significant coup for the club, as Keane was a highly sought-after player at the time. Keane had agreed a deal with Blackburn Rovers, but ultimately chose to join Manchester United after a last-minute phone call from Sir Alex Ferguson. Keane made his debut for Manchester United in the Charity Shield against Arsenal, scoring in the penalty shootout to help the team win. He went on to make 37 appearances that season, contributing to the team's Premier League title and FA Cup double. Keane's transfer marked the beginning of a highly successful 12-year spell at Manchester United, during which he became a key player and a leader on the pitch. He was known for his tenacious and competitive nature, which earned him the respect of his teammates and the admiration of the fans. Roy Keane was appointed captain of Manchester United due to his exceptional leadership qualities and unwavering commitment to the club. Upon his appointment, Roy Keane quickly established himself as a crucial player in the Manchester United midfield, known for his hard work, tough tackling, and passionate displays. Keane's performances and leadership during Manchester United's treble-winning season in 1998-99 were particularly impressive. As Sir Alex Ferguson said, Keane's display in the Champions League semi-final against Juventus was the most emphatic display of selflessness I have seen on a football field. Keane's fierce determination, relentless work ethic, and ability to inspire his teammates made him the natural choice to become Manchester United's captain. Ferguson described him as a great leader and captain who drove us on and was our manager on the pitch. Keane captained Manchester United for many years, leading the club to 6 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, the Champions League, and other trophies during the most successful period in the club's history under Sir Alex Ferguson. Roy Keane's playing style was characterized by several key elements. Keane was known for his ferocious, competitive spirit, which drove him to give his all on the pitch. This intensity was a hallmark of his game and inspired his teammates to do the same. Keane's passing was highly effective, particularly in breaking lines and creating scoring opportunities for his teammates. He was precise and efficient, rarely hitting a loose pass, and his ability to control the ball and distribute it accurately was exceptional. In his early years, Keane played as a traditional box-to-box midfielder, getting involved in both defense and attack. He was known for his ability to drive forward from midfield and score goals. As he matured, Keane adapted his game to become a more controlling presence in midfield. He focused on winning the ball and starting attacks, rather than running beyond the opposition. This change allowed him to maintain his influence on the game even as he slowed down. Keane was an exceptional leader, known for his ability to set a high standard of performance for his teammates. He He would often tell players to give their all and show their quality, and his presence on the pitch inspired others to do the same. Keane was renowned for his dedication to fitness and conditioning. He would often lead intense training sessions and emphasize the importance of being in top shape to his players. Keane had exceptional vision and intelligence on the pitch. He could read the game well and make decisive passes to break down the opposition's defense. Keane's playing style was simple, yet effective. He rarely did anything flashy, but his ability to control the ball and distribute it accurately made him a vital part of Manchester United's midfield. Roy Keane was known for his strong and competitive mentality, which was a key factor in his success as a football player. Keane's former sports psychologist, Bill Beswick, describes him as having an unbelievably strong, competitive mindset that was a part of his nature. Keane did not accept mediocrity and would tell players the truth, even if it was difficult to hear. This mindset helped him drive others to improve and set high standards for himself and his teammates. Keane did not care about what others thought of him. He only focused on his own expectations and standards. This allowed him to maintain his drive and motivation even in the face of adversity. Keane mentioned that he preferred simple approaches to football, which helped him stay focused and avoid confusion. This simplicity also allowed him to maintain his intensity and competitiveness. Keane was also known for his passion and intensity on the pitch, which earned him a reputation as a hard man of football. This intensity was a key aspect of his competitive mentality. The rivalry between Manchester United's Roy Keane and Arsenal's Patrick Vieira was one of the most intense and defining individual rivalries in Premier League history. The two midfield titans engaged in numerous fierce battles on the pitch as their teams, Manchester United and Arsenal, competed for Premier League titles throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. The most famous incident between Keane and Vieira occurred in the Highbury Tunnel before a match in February 2005. As the players were heading to the pitch, Keane took exception to Vieira allegedly bullying his Manchester United teammate Gary Neville. This led to a heated confrontation between the two, with Keane having to be restrained by the referee. Despite the intensity of their rivalry on the pitch, Keane and Vieira later developed a mutual respect for each other. They even reunited as pundits for a documentary about their battles, with Keane saying, "The biggest compliment I can give Patrick is that I always knew I had to be at my very, very, very best against him." The Keane-Vieira rivalry encapsulated the fierce competition between Manchester United and Arsenal during that era, with the two players personifying the intensity and skill of the Premier League's top teams. Their battles, both on and off the pitch, have become the stuff of legend. The Roy Keane Incident and Alf-Inge Haaland refers to two separate incidents involving Manchester United midfielder Roy Keane and Manchester City midfielder Alf-Inge Haaland. The first incident occurred in 1997 during a match between Manchester United and Leeds United, where Keane ruptured his anterior cruciate ligament after tripping up following a coming together with Haaland. Keane was sidelined for most of the 1997-98 season as a result. The second and more infamous incident happened in 2001, during a Manchester derby at Old Trafford. Keane stepped on Haaland's right knee, injuring him severely. Keane was shown a straight red card for the tackle. Haaland played for Norway 4 days later, but his career was ultimately cut short due to the injury. Keane's autobiography later revealed that he had intentionally sought to injure Haaland, which led to additional disciplinary action from the Football Association. The incidents have been widely reported and have contributed to a long-standing animosity between Keane and Haaland. Despite this, Haaland has stated that he holds no ill will towards Keane and did not take legal action against him. Roy Keane, the Manchester United captain, was not actually present for the match between Manchester United and Arsenal on October 24, 2004, that became known as the Battle of the Buffet. Keane had missed the game due to an illness brought on by a detox diet he was following at the time. However, Keane was still heavily involved in the aftermath of the match. According to reports, Keane was gutted that he missed the game and all the fighting that broke out in the tunnel afterwards. Keane was said to be upset that he missed the confrontation, as he had a fierce rivalry with Arsenal captain Patrick Vieira and was known for his aggressive approach in these types of matches. Though Keane did not participate in the physical altercation, he was still seen as a central figure in the rivalry between Manchester United and Arsenal at the time. His absence from the match itself was seen as a missed opportunity to be involved in the heated clash between the two teams. One of the most enduring stories that exemplifies Roy Keane's legacy revolves around the 1999 UEFA Champions League final, where Manchester United faced Bayern Munich in Barcelona. Leading up to the final, Keane had been pivotal in Manchester United's campaign, driving the team forward with his leadership and tenacity in midfield. However, just before halftime in the final, Keane received a yellow card for a foul on Bayern Munich's midfielder, Jens Jeremies. This meant he would miss the final if United were to win. As the match progressed, Bayern Munich took the lead early in the 6th minute through Mario Basler's free kick, and United struggled to break down their resilient defense. Heading into the final minutes of the game, with United still trailing 1-0, it seemed Bayern Munich were on course to lift the trophy. However, in a dramatic turn of events, United mounted a comeback in injury time. Teddy Sheringham scored in the 91st minute from close range after a corner, leveling the scoreline and giving United a glimmer of hope. Just moments later, in the 93rd minute, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tapped in a second goal following another corner, securing a miraculous 2-1 victory for Manchester United. Keane, although suspended and unable to play, had been a driving force throughout the season, and especially in the final. His influence on the team's spirit and determination was palpable, even from the sidelines. His absence on the pitch only highlighted his importance, as United rallied against all odds to secure their historic treble, Premier League, FA Cup, and UEFA Champions League. This story of the 1999 Champions League final encapsulates Roy Keane's legacy, his leadership, his ability to inspire teammates, and his unwavering commitment to success. It showcases how his influence extended beyond his individual performances, leaving an indelible mark on Manchester United's history and the hearts of football fans worldwide.